Crunchyroll EXPO literally just happened a few hours ago. I streamed it and a whopping 1,400 viewers showed up. It was crazy. A lot of people was there, a lot of excitement, just a bunch of people hanging out, having fun, and wanting to learn something about one of the gacha games they play. It's probably one of the most fun times that I had streaming, and I will probably keep doing it next time that they do a live stream of some kind. As always, just a great time to have with everybody else. But of course, not everybody could make it there, and if you were there, shout out to you. But I do understand people have jobs, families, other parts of their life that they gotta cater to, and especially at the time of that, it was like 6:15 in the afternoon. You know, people eating, people just getting off work. Who wants to actually sit there and watch a live stream as soon as you got done with your 9 to 5 or whatever? So that's what this video is here today for. I'm gonna tell you guys everything that is getting added to Grand Summoners that was announced at the Crunchyroll EXPO. A lot of stuff I want to say is stuff that we already knew, but there is some stuff that we didn't know. So let's get into it. First and foremost, let's announce the first thing that actually got announced and shown off there, and that was the real-time PvP or real-time arena. If you don't know what real-time arena is, it's very similar to stuff like Epic 7's real-time arena or any other game that has actual, live gameplay. You can think of like Dragon Ball Legends, Summoner's War, Naruto Blazing. Like there were so many games that had that real-time experience, and it's finally coming to Grand Summoners. It's a real arena that you can play. From what I've heard from multiple people, you'll be able to play with your friends on this. You'll be able to compete and do crazy stuff. Now, here's the thing too about the RTA that they announced while they were doing it. They did say that at some point they may host a tournament for this RTA mode. So if you really want to get good at it, really want to learn the cheats and everything, the strats, highly recommend that, whenever this comes out, start grinding, start theory crafting, get to work, ladies and gentlemen, because I know me personally, especially if we can spectate matches or actually be able to make custom games, have them one-on-one, we're gonna be able to have some insane content on the channel. I cannot wait for this because who knows, OP may host his own tournament one day for Grand Summoners as well. Next thing they actually got announced was Phantom Snipers Part 1 will be coming to Global. It's actually going to be the next event in Global will be Phantom Snipers Part 1. So of course that does mean, yes, Haruto coming. He's right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. You better be saving those crystals because, oh Lord, he coming. Also, another thing that they announced too is that not the next maintenance that has Haruto, but the following maintenance after Haruto will actually release the first half of Chapter 10. Not only will it release the first half of Chapter 10, the Grand Summoners Global team has promised the global player base that they will be having frequent updates to the story from here on out. They will no longer be random. They are going to try to get on a consistent basis with it and constantly be able to push out story every 2 to 3 months or something like that. The next thing that got announced was Elemental Ruins Floor 11 through 13. This includes Mono Dark dungeons, Mono Light dungeons, Mono Fire, Mono Earth, Mono Water. You get the idea. So if you're into those things and you really like grinding some of the hardest content in the game and you like playing it and beating it, this is going to be an extremely exciting update for you. Also, talking about free stuff and doing things, the Dungeon Trials floor has finally reached floor 30 on Global. The next time Dungeon Trials comes, you will be able to compete in floor 29 and floor 30. Some pretty nasty bosses there. The final boss is none other than Mars X, and you can expect his mechanics to be kind of insane. Is that everything though? Absolutely not, man. GS came loaded, strapped up with the 2 blickies, and they ready to shoot out the content everywhere. Sophia and Gilliam will be getting awoken very soon. So if you want to get awoken Sophia, if you want to get awoken Gilliam, you may want to go ahead and grind their previous luck events to make them luck 80, so you can kind of cut down that grind for yourself, and also make sure they're all leveled up and everything. Not only that, they announced the Valzon Crest Palace, which I think provides you with a new crest that is able to give you passive Archgen. It came out on JP a while ago, but if this is the right crest palace I'm thinking of, the crest that will drop will be able to give you Archgen just for having it on, which is it's just disgusting. Like, what? The next thing is we're finally going to get a new iteration into the cross battle system. I don't even know how many of you guys actually remember that, but the cross battle system is going to get a new event, which is the Rags event, which I think is actually an ultra luck trial, but it's a cross battle instead. So if you're interested in those equips, hey man, you're going to want to get them. You're going to want to make those teams and use the cross battle mechanics and all that. And especially too, Haruto will be out. You really be able to put his cross battle ability that he has to the test. And then the final thing that they announced is something that got me like, wait, what? Really? GS has announced 2 new crossovers coming to Grand Summoners. Now, two new crossovers. One of them, I'm almost positive, is Shaman King, but they're saying new, not rerun, not something that JP had. they're saying 2 brand new crossovers. We know one is Shaman King, but what could the other be? I guess only time will tell. I really do hope it's something cool though. You know, as for me, I'm always rooting for JoJo, but I would be down, of course, for any anime that has dope character designs, dope animations, all that. I don't really care. I want to see what the next crossover is myself. And if that wasn't enough, the last thing that they did for every single player in Grand Summoners is that you all will receive 100 crystals for playing the game. Just log in and you get them. Highly recommend that you save this stuff for Haruto though, because you don't want to go broke right before he comes. And I would also recommend that you probably don't summon too much more on the Cross the Blaze banner, because if you really want Haruto, you want to make sure that you get him. Oh, and how could I forget? GS is getting an anime. They showed off the trailer on the live stream. It looked insane. It looked really good for what it is. I was actually a little bit more surprised that it looked the way that it did. I was expecting it not to look that great, not because I was being pessimistic. It was just, I don't really know how well GS would translate into an actual animation, but to be honest, it looked pretty good. For what it looked like, the Grand Summoners anime will feature the Grand Summoner storyline, the base storyline from what it seems like. It will feature Knights of Blood 0, and Cross the Blaze. Unfortunately, I didn't see anything about the ninjas, but I don't really think they're the biggest saga in GS. I think Cross the Blaze, and Phantom Snipers. I forgot about that. We don't know when it's coming out yet, but it is getting animated, so you'll be able to watch it. More than likely, you're gonna have to watch it on Crunchyroll, but at least it's happening. So for the people that wanted GS anime, you're finally getting one. Be happy. And that's actually all of the updates that are coming to the game. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but yeah, that's actually it. There's so much craziness happening now that it's like, goodness, dude. It's coming. It's finally happening. We're finally getting Phantom Snipers. It's about to be crazy in GS Global. Thank you all for coming out, though. This stuff has got me pretty excited for GS's future. Not only that, of course, Yama P said himself, he's not going to stop evolving the game. He said he's going to keep going forward and keep going hard at it. So I hope that that translates with some of the newer content that we're going to be getting in the next few months to a year. But guys, thank you all again for coming out. It's been your bro P. And last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.